we are back, freshly recharged. I got something to drink and I'm ready to go. In the awakening, a dream's end. Alright, let's go back to the first squad and see how it goes. Now, where exactly is this boss fight going to take place? Ah, those Ursus assholes are hiding amongst the infected and all of those mercenaries. They disguise as reunion as well. Keep an eye out. Right. Unless you see paint somewhere on their body, don't let a single one of them get away. If they even dare to take a step inside, kill them on the spot. There's paint on their body? The reunion folks are only here because they were talked into this mess. Do we really have to kill all of them? Save that question for yourself. We will see what you think in a few minutes when you find yourself getting stabbed in the back. Right. And you don't even have anything remotely close to their armor. If you get hit, it's going to hurt. God, the enemy's putting up way too much for a fight. Reunion isn't supposed to have that kind of firepower. True. Then what kind of firepower are we supposed to have? If we were able to give all our mortal gunners the newest type of weapons, we probably could have taken the city down directly without the catastrophes. They don't even care about covering the tracks anymore. They're trying to rush inside at all costs. If that's the case, then why didn't Tallulah keep them closer to herself? Because she's afraid. She's afraid that we would see through their identities and all of their plans. But even she would be able to cover everything up if they were too many people, right? And besides, those aren't the kind of weapons that you can just pick up and take around like this. They probably had all of those weapons stashed across the core city long ago, just for the times like these when everything is falling apart. They were designed to deal with us from the start. They want to kill us all. But they're wrong. We will be the one doing the killing today, not them. Hold the line. Forwards! What are you doing though? You want to leave the battlefront? Rodeo Isle, take a better look at the situation. We are the battlefront itself. Wherever we are, that is where the battlefront is. So move forward! That isn't going to work though. Our team can't keep up with this. We will hold the line and find an opportunity to take them out. Then, you will keep up as well, right? Phantom Crossman, can you actually do this? They are the expert snipers here. They might be able to open up a couple of opportunities. Oh. Well, we don't really have much of an advantage without the captain. But still... You can do this! Right. Captain Faust is willing to throw away his life for the rest of us. If Rodeo Isle's rabbit can really help us get our revenge for him, we are more than willing to put our lives on the line. Right. No. Oh. You don't need to do that. Oh. You are from Rodeo Isle. I just need to bomb their position directly, right? Yes. Radiant, if you're reading this, help me jam their signals. I just need the headphones to blow up for a moment. Yep, just the sound, not an actual explosion. I just need to find the locations. Right, she's a scan type herself. As long as she has something to home into, she can find them without an issue. You can also blow their ear up if you feel like it. Alright, in 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Phantom Crossbowman, get ready. What? Right now? 3. Guard, have your team breaking up. Seriously? I guess I trust you this once. Shield guards, take your shield down. Down? But we'll be out in the open. It's fine. But the gorillas, they won. Well, if someone is willing to put their lives on the line for us, then we'll put our lives on the line for her too. Right. Look at all of these bastards pretending to be a reunion. They all passed out all of the sudden. tree? It's a question that Gorilla has asked himself many, many times. He finds himself wondering this once again. There are many operators in Rodeo Isle with astonishing powers, and with those powers, they can easily influence the outcomes of battle. How should he look upon these formidable allies? Once he got an answer from Ace, he got another answer from Scout, and now he found yet another answer in Montes. As a massive sword began to bear down on the enemy's artillery, and as the circus mercenaries begin to raise the crossbows in their hands, guards can't help but yell out of his lungs. Shield guards! Shield up! Protector! Together, they are a squad. They need to be protected. They need cooperation. And they need your understanding. They are people after all. People who are fighting gallantly, just like him. Yeah, they might have the power, but they are not unstoppable. They are sometimes even frail, and maybe just a young girl like her. They still need protection. They grant you an opening, but they still need protection. Got them. You got pretty sharp eyes there, kids. Thanks. Don't thank me though. Just keep doing what you're doing. All shield guards, squad members, and even the infected. And my friends, my family. We will make it home. We will defeat them, and Amaya will defeat Tallulah. Then we all can go home together. Right. And our revenge talk is going to be saved for later. There's no time for this now. Everyone is currently almost dying here. Huh? Wait, where am I? I should probably go back. It's a little cold here. What is up with those black shadows? Shadows? Oh, I remember now. They were freezing to death, so I gave them something. It's so cold here. What did I give them? I don't even remember. I think it was something important though. I think someone might have told me to never give it to anyone else. But then, why did I give it away to them? Was it not important to me? Probably not. If it gets too cold, it would probably disappear too. Ah, I know why. It's because that is what my friend did. My friends. Was a guy who was really strict. Wonder if he saw me as a friend as well. And there was also someone who sang to me. It's been a while since I've heard her sing. There was someone who looked really scary as well, but she actually makes really good food. There was a girl. She was the dearest to me. She was the one who told me where I could go. But I don't understand. I really don't understand. There was also someone who rarely talked at all. Oh, something is coming. There are a lot of black shadows here. What are they doing? Do they want my life too? Right. Life. Life is precious. Is that so? Is life useful at all? The black shadows are getting really close now. Are they here to take my life away? Just, what is that? Well, take a step back, Doctor, and don't get any closer. We got here too late. What? What is that? That is an infected no longer. It is something else entirely. That poor fella. Even I have only seen a case like this just once. The caster and the victims were fused together. Their bodies in Orignium formed a mountain. and from it bloomed a kind of very fragile flower. The dust spread in the wind, and whoever that traveled through that cursed place found himself infected instead. Not only that, but anyone who was unfortunate enough became a new host and ended up spreading the suffering and death. What? Wait, it doesn't really sound like you're talking about the past here. Rhetorical would merely be insult to this tragedy. Everything that I say is the truth. The source of the infection was as lively as poison. Its effects on life doesn't stop naturally. At the time, I swore to myself that I would keep something like that from ever happening again. Yet things rarely turn out the way that you want them to. I've come to notice that these things will just keep happening over and over again, right before my eyes. Bones? It seems like it's falling into a deep sleep. It's just venting unconsciously. That Saka's hurt was probably not under its control, only because it wasn't trying to control them in the first place. It's freedom. It's kind of ironic if you think about it, to think that a hurt could ever be free. Humming? I knew it! This is the culprit of the Orignium dust super spreading event! What? Oh, this isn't good. If this is how all the Saka's hurts are going to turn out to, the losses will be beyond measures. Its dust isn't just some simple Orignium arts anymore. It might even infect the normal people. It wasn't pretty, the Orignium cluster blooming across the cities. If I can help it, I don't want to see anything like that ever again. Dr. Ray, we need to subdue this thing first, stop the hurt from growing, and prevent the infection from spreading any further. Alright. So, is that... You know what it is? No? No? Doctor, I don't know what is going on in your mind. Dr. Ray, I'm a doctor and not a judge. This world is suffering from a disease. If no one is going to treat it, what do you think will happen? Of course, living things usually have an immune system, and suppose the world does as well, it might be able to recover from the disease on its own. But we can't live in an even more barren world. That will only cause it to weaken, and we will die because of that. As for the infected before us, it's hissing at us. It's not good. Let me get this out of the way. Even if a disaster is seen as untreatable, to us doctors, that is far from a foregone conclusion. Until an infected cure is found, the patient's life is under serious threat. That is how we see it. There's only one thing that a doctor will never believe, even if it is what the world believes in. The disease is untreatable. That is just an excuse. That one should never be used by us doctors. It doesn't matter what kind of predicament we find ourselves in. I will never use my medical knowledge in any matter that can be concerned in human. For the moment all life is born, they all possess dignity. No matter how society at large sees them, treat patients with a royal party will always be my calling. That is why I will never give up on their life, especially those that can be cured. Yet, we as doctors will never deny that there are precautions that must be undertaken to prevent the disease from reaching even more of these people. The infected cannot become the tools of others. No one may control their lives. If I don't do anything at all, that will just become a goal, a weapon, an excuse. If we leave it be, then we won't be able to take our revenge against Ursus. On the contrary, Ursus' wounds will become the wounds of others. We cannot leave a struggle of pain simply be. There are some diseases that normal medical personnel just cannot cure. All the things that the world imposes on them will only rain down on others several times over every now and then. That's about everything that a doctor can do. If we are to save even more lives, It's whining. Then we need to make a decision. It's silent. The operator's breathing can be heard clearly through the filtration system that they are wearing. Decision? Huh. Which is why our goal is without a doubt undeniable. Dr. Ray, we need to hold the core city's power supply, but before that, to prevent another catastrophe from happening, we need to take care of the herd that is growing in number by the minutes. Monster, arise! We don't have much time left. With how it turns out, we can't even say we are delivering anyone from harm. The Sarkis herd's fate has already been sealed. It's true. All Katsit can do is standing here in silence and stares at a white, crystalline being that can no longer be called just an infected. Wait, is that a person? Huh. How many scars are there on your body? She asked. There's no way to tell whether she's asking the trembling creature or even herself. The white creature is spreading its arms. And? Just what do you want? It is trying to walk forward, but its fragile wings are unable to support its own body. Is it weak? Okay. There's sound trickling out of its throat, like a river of terror formed of a whimper. Well, something doesn't feel right about this. The premonition turned out to be correct. That is not a normal infected creature. It is the source of this large-scale super spreading. It's singing. Or at the very least tries to. With the whimpering and those broken wings. Can it even move in the first place? Wait, what? Special infected Mephisto. The circumstances that you found yourself in and your own actions fed upon each other here. And your body is the perfect example of where that has led you. Mephisto? Wait a second, what? This is neither a court nor a place of enlightenment. We're neither judge nor clerics here. We have to dispel your influence and eliminate the possibility that you will become a biological weapon instead. Anything that happens beyond that is of no concern to me. Until then, let us fight. Let us fight against this tragedy until the very end. Biological weapon? That is how? What the hell happened to him? He has become a bird! A literal bird of crystals! Bathed in torment, cannot be blocked, releases toxic dust upon losing a certain amount of HP. I see. Well then, I probably need to start with some DP generation. A ton of DP generation. Maybe even a cross as well for some support. What did you just do? I guess you were trying to help out. All of them are heading towards the south, right? Whoa! What just happened? Okay. It teleports. It literally teleports. That's good to know. Okay. Where exactly are you moving? That's probably a question that I should be asking right now. And is it possible for me to stop you with poison myself? Okay, you started taking. That's not good. That's not so bad though. Could be so much worse. I need to get the cutter out.
Got it. Got it.
Cutter, help. Uh-huh.
Yes? I've seen things like this before.
Poison them.
Everyone, follow me.
Take aim.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not fine. We have a thrower here. Gonna help. Okay.
Everyone, follow me.
Need you to go for your AoE. I'm gonna heal you up.
Water wake you up?
Help them out.
I can wait.
Cut. That's a bit too much. It's a bit too much. There are runners around there as well.
Got it.
There are runners here as well. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Okay, we have tossers, we have runners. I need something to slow them down.
Sorry.
I need something to slow them down. I'm not even going to worry about the boss just yet. I first need to understand the zombies. The zombies.
Delivery.
Come on. Look at anybody else. Why are you taking two now? It's the power. I need the power right now. Oh god. Oh god.
Those will be your last ones.
Oh god.
Flash of cool water wake you up?
Come on. Okay. 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 Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Could be worse. Could be so much worse. I need you to heal more though. You're dying. You're actively dying here.
Never let you go.
And the other guy hasn't even spawned yet.
I'll warm up my fingers first.
Please heal them. Please heal them.
Out of my way, or I
Oh god.
I hear someone crying.
Okay, Feng died. Unfortunate. But it is how it is.
I fled from the smoke.
Can
Maya
you
died.
use the restorative vigor of that fortissimo shadow?
Oh my god, what is this? Is this the poison effect that they were talking about?
Ready.
Right. Oh, I have to. I need more healers.
Still work.
Up. Hit him. Oh my god. I'm getting swamped. I'm getting swamped. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me.
Hey, it's all you deserve.
Seriously? It was going so well! It was going so well before you started to poison everyone! And everything! Ah!
I can wait. What can you lie?
Generate some DP. This is important. We need to be in the center of this.
Understood.
Otherwise, it's going to defeat the purpose.
Which page did I put my notes in? Got
Take
it.
some DP. It's all fine. It's all good.
I fled from the smoke.
Watch out for the thorns.
It's all good. It's all fine.
Oh, fine! Does that splash of cool water wake you up? I can wait. Don't look back. I can wait.
Eh?
Thrust!
I fled from the smoke.
That's my Ethan. Ethan needs a couple more seconds.
Peasant dot.
Everyone, follow me!
everything I need to know in my notebook.
Okay, it's going to lead out. How long is he going to stay in this shape? And they recover so much.
Don't panic. I have everything I need to know in my notebook.
1, 2,
Got it.
3. Okay.
Я сражу монарха.
Oh no! I can't
Fine.
find it anywhere.
Fine. Just going to block them.
My old methods.
Retreat.
Oh no! I can't find it anywhere. Everyone, this is my playground.
It's all good. It's all fine. I don't see any tossers right now.
Don't panic. I have everything I need to know in my notebook.
Very well. Shadow.
Over this.
Сражу монарха.
Okay. Work out.
Pay
It's
attention
immune for a
to
while.
the petals fall.
Back into action. I'm
Understood.
gonna catch you right here. I don't want you to interfere with this. At least not now. I'm gonna wait for it to teleport once
Bring people the suffering of the
before I summon my J. Ethan, you can handle this. Handle this, Ethan! Okay, Kata, you go in.
Very well.
Attack. Heal. Block that.
Watch out for the thorns.
Kata. Another round of this.
Those will be your last.
Okay. It's all good. It's all fine.
I can wait.
Cut again. Heal.
Unauthorized discharge. Everyone, follow me.
J help. Cut again. Come on, cut up. Come on. Come on. We're bleeding out here, guys. We're bleeding out. We're literally bleeding out.
Find it anywhere.
Oh my god. Please don't.
Ready for Overwatch.
Don't you dare.
Got it.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. You're not going to get this. You're not going to take this from me. Oh god. Oh god. Huh? I need to go forward. Operators, prepare the mist. Eliminate all the dust in the area. Right. I need to go forward. Fall back! The mutation has reached its limit. Avoid putting any more pressure on the target. The bird? Someone is talking. Someone is singing. All dreams sink to the bottom of the lake. Life is important. It's really important. My friend lost their lives. They all left me. They stopped. They won't go on anymore. If you have your own ideas, your own goals now, monster, prepare to fire! Where should I go? I know. I get it now. But no matter where I go, people are just going to beat me up. It hurts. If I hit them back, then they will hurt. I don't want to hurt anymore, but it really hurts right now. Is this going to do it? Are all the infecteds going to end up like this? What? I can't. I need to move forward. They're worried. I can't keep them worried about me. This is a reality that even time cannot change. I know they don't really like me, but they don't like me because I did something bad. I don't want to do anything bad anymore. Dr. Ray, I've told you this before. Whether it's the symptoms or the cause that we eliminate, it makes no difference to me whatsoever. That's it? It's dark here. Where will I end up? Then hurry up and make a decision! Ah, right. My choice. Do as I told you! Oh. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get anyone hurt. This has to be a dream, right? A dream where everyone is just hanging around quietly, smiling. I need to wake up soon. You always wake up from dreams. If you don't wake up, it's just the same thing as not moving on. I need to go forward. Seal the hatch! Dispose of all the infected sources! Quickly! Let's go. Let us go. I won't look back. I think I figured it out. I need to tell them this. Right. I need to tell them. Being alive is a good thing. Being alive is precious. Being alive is painful. But some of my friends have walked a long, long road. And now I remember. I need to tell them. It's a good thing to be alive. So let us go. Goodbye, my home. Goodbye, the person who sang for me. Goodbye, Talene. And goodbye, Sasha. Goodbye, my friends. Fisto? Carlson swipes a finger across the control panel, and the sarcophag's low, thunderous roar immediately dissipates. Wait, was this stuff related to him? Huh? I guess it's all over now. Yes. We put an end to the sun disaster. We fulfilled our obligation and completed our mission. Chernobog's core city has lost its power source. I can guarantee that this facility won't be reactivated within the next couple of years. For the next few hours, though, the core city will only be able to use the energy that it has stored to power its engines. Once that is used up, the entire city is nothing more than a hunk of scrap metal. We've done all that we can here. However, if we want to bring it to a halt before it crashes into Lungman, we'll have to use the emergency brakes as well. That is Amaya's mission, though, and only Amaya has what it takes to fulfill that mission. I see. So, is the city going to be abandoned then? Well, if the Ursus Empire still wants it, then they can have it. True. They still have a claim of it. But aren't you afraid of them, putting it back on service again? Well, there were two things that happened here that had to do with me. The first of those happened some 20 years ago. About 20 years ago, a small mining company, controlled by the Boris group of Ursus, unearthed a strange set of equipment in the southern mountains. News about this quickly traveled to the Colombian leader, Count Boris. At the time, the Count made a bold decision. He tried to build an industrial city with all the necessary facilities and equipment, with the expectation that his collaboration would shake its reliance on the military controlled mining industry and the arms trade. Now, the equipment could have been some inheritance passed down by the gods, or even a device of Saka's witchcraft. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, as long as it worked. It would give the Boris group the breakthrough that they desperately needed. Of course, it could also have been nothing more than a worthless piece of scrap, and any amount of research would not have produced any meaningful results. It could also have been something perilous, something that could level multiple settlements in the blink of the eye. They put together a team of talented scientists. All of them were young, sick of working with elementary theories, embittered by society, in need of money, and had been marginalized by academia for years. Yes, you were on that team, weren't you? That's right. Soon after I left Colombia, I found out about this throughout my own network. I joined the group in order to keep them from blowing the entire city up. I am something like an expert on that topic, see? So one way or another, I ended up becoming the scientist mentors. Now, Chernobyl wasn't just your average emerging city, you see? It used to be old and run down. Before the scientists realized that the device's purpose really was, I allowed them to siphon a certain amount of its energy to provide Chernobyl a resource other than Orignium. Not much, of course, but certainly not negligible. Count Boris was beyond elevated. He paid all that money, and he certainly got his money back as well. He was someone who really knew how to do business around here. Chernobyl quickly developed, of course, and droves after droves of people were drawn to the city, seeking all sorts of opportunities. Many small cities joined the Boris group as well, either out of respect for Boris himself or because they were awed by how generous the man was with his money. With Chernobyl's propel to the fore, the scientists' research also reached an important breakthrough. I probably should have stopped them by now. Alright, go on, let's find to talk about. Alright, let me continue. Brilliant as they were, a few of my students uncovered the device's secret on their own. First, they realized that the energy that they were siphoning was generally only as a side effect of the device's operation, a kind of a hibernation mode. Its original purpose was for the device to keep functioning normally. There was also one more thing that they've realized, that the energy that they've been siphoning from Chernobyl was but a small fraction of the energy that the device could actually provide. Just a tiny fraction. At first, they were ecstatic. This had the potential to greatly reduce Chernobyl's reliance on the Orignium mining industry. If they could put together something similar to the device, then Ursus would never have to worry about energy ever again, and the mining and refining process of Orignium would also become so much simpler. Then, fear began to sink in. If all that energy was used to forge weapons or begin a conquest, Ursus would undoubtedly be engulfed in a sea of flames, yet again. Now, fortunately, the scientists were all good, upstanding people. They wanted to prevent this kind of disaster. And unfortunately, they couldn't change a thing. When the Fourth Army got involved, the scientists had already realized just how serious the whole situation has become. And by the time my students were ready to, have the device sealed, the secret police had already figured out all of their weaknesses. Ilias was the leader among the scientists. He was both righteous and stubborn indeed, qualities that went hand in hand. The secret police knew that kidnapping his family would only unleash the hatred in him, so they picked someone else. Sachi, my oldest student. He was Skullchatter's and Misha's father. a very indecisive chap. The secret police hardly even threatened him at all, and that was enough to destroy what little determination he even had to begin with. The fear of losing his family and his respect for his colleague and their work tormented him, and in the end, he chose what must have felt like a compromise to him. He turned over the experimental objectives and data to Count Boris. The reality is, he shouldn't have trusted anyone at all. A drowning man will clutch at any sort of straw, yet that straw could also be the very thing that might end up killing him first. The Count didn't protect the scientists at all. He protected just Sarchi and allowed the military to carry out an attack, which then turned into a massacre. The Count didn't have the power to protect the scientist. He could barely even hold his head up in the presence of the military's top brasses. Even though the military and nobility had lost much of their influence after the Great Rebellion, that didn't change the fact that Count Boris' family was new to money. They have bought their noble status from another family. Sarchi managed to save his children, but the price he had to pay was to watch the murder of all of his colleagues in the core city's sarcophagus. After all the bodies were removed and the blood cleaned up, a new lab was set up for Sarchi, built on top of his crumbling mentality. Needless to say, Sarchi never again produced anything meaningful with his research, and with the loss of all of their distinguished, albeit overly honest scientists, Ursa's research on the device ended up in quite the mire. After that, everyone simply forgot about this place. No one really cared. Nothing could be changed after all. After the secret police and the garrison packed their bags, the Count and Sarchi had the place sealed for a while. The whole process was uneventful too. The equipment was kept running, of course, and the energy just kept flowing from the sarcophagus to Chernobog's core city, perhaps powering the entire city even. After all, there's no point in wasting this stuff. For Sarchi's service and sacrifice, the Count has nominated him to the position of City Council Secretary. Oh, and this happened after Sarchi's son, Alex, was found to be infected and exiled. He tried to protect his family and still lost his son? Oh. The Count finally had the power to stand up against the military, and factories big and small began to spring up around this core city. The Fourth Army no longer had him under their thumb. All they could do was watch Chernobog leave its circle of influence. In the years since Chernobog began its operation, Count Boris also managed to make an enemy of Grand Duke Baikal, one of the advisors of the Third Army and the biggest benefactory of the Farscope refinery, thanks to the dispute over the price of the raw material used in said factories. The Grand Duke ordered several scandalous attacks on the city, but none of the attempts were able to shake the city at all. It had already become one of Ursa's most important cities. The Count then arranged matters so that the military was not allowed to garrison in Chernobog at all, so the army could only do as the Emperor was told them to do, and station in the cities surrounding to defend it, to keep a watchful eyes on the place, so to speak. What is more, Chernobog is now bound by the military, and the old nobility's rule. One after another, copycat cities began to emerge all around Ursus. The desire for minerals and products drove the masses to seek out a better way. Instead of being mere slaves that reek of filth and blood, they wanted to become slaves for a higher purpose. I see. I guess that is where the problem lies. Not completely. I personally think that the moment a scientist, my student, died at the hands of Ursus greed, Chernobog was doomed to fall. But be that as it may, I never used that as an excuse to forgive myself. Now, thanks to everyone's kindness and fortitude, here's something that I consider. Suppose it was used for the benefit of others, and suppose it was able to provide, well, It provided us a different path. Also, scientists would have used it for the greater good, but I can see how that would have turned out. The person I used to be would never have arrived at that conclusion. It would just lead to the deaths of even more people, no matter how magnificent everything may seem in the beginning. In this evil world, our benevolence will always be twisted into something else by somebody else. In other words, Dr. A, I was the one who sent them to the slaughterhouse. I did nothing except stand there and watch them all die. And it all happened because the place that I presumed the path would take us was a place I dreamed up out of immaturity. It's a dream that will never come true in the world that we live in. All because they were all too kind. So, what did you want to do then? You sure that you want to know that? Yes, of course. It's not something one would normally consider a part of a doctor's responsibility. I'm sure you're well aware of that as well, Dr. Ray. I'm more than just a doctor at this point. Yes, I still want to know. I can see that you don't truly want to know. You're merely curious about it. Once you know the answer, you will only come to regret it. I don't want you to regret this, Dr. Ray. At least, not yet. All I will say is that you were much better at handling these type of things than I. So you just won't tell me at all? I have a lot of questions that I don't want to answer. It's true though. I'll admit, it wasn't ever my intention to fulfill Ilya's final wish like this. So much blood was spilled, so many lives were lost, and it turns out the very last thing I'd do to remedy all of this, well, what I should have done in the very beginning. But you were capable of doing that. Why didn't you help them to do it in the first place then? Because I didn't know them. Because I anticipated a different ending. Dr. Ray, there are people who inflict violence and send others to the gallows merely because they didn't know, well, the other person. A person can kill another without remorse solely because they don't know a thing about them. If we knew everything about the other person, would we improve in any way? Or would we disregard their action and judge them as strictly as we can, merely because we have more of an identity now? Would we determine guilt and innocence solely based on their identity? Because they are rich or poor, normal or infected, from Ursus or from Langman, or from the city or the countryside? Have you ever wondered why all the infecteds that Rodeo Isle's taken in are from the city, are from well-off family, and had a decent education? You have to admit, there are infecteds out there who live in the wilderness, away from civilization. Others live in far-off places with no way to communicate with the cities. Then there are those who live on the streets, in the back alleys, just trying to survive for one day to the next. None of them have ever heard of Rodeo Isle. To say nothing of those other infected, orienting pharmaceutical and medical companies. This is the reality that we're currently in. They didn't want to resort to violence. They just never had a chance to learn what else they could do. In the past, many people worshipped the power of violence because of the violence others had inflicted on them. Violence worked on them, so they used it on those around them as well. And that worked on those people, as you can see. Therefore, violence has become their tool. They don't understand life without violence, and their lives will always be ruled by pain and hatred. Violence isn't a plunge. The road traveled by violence will always remain a barren land. The infected who was held in the sarcophage and got warped into that monstrosity. Do you think that he was evil? No. Were we all born evil? Was it power and violence that created the evil in humans, or was it the evil human who created these tools to do harm to their fellow man? We don't have the right to judge others like this. No one has that right. To recognize goodness and then do something good. To recognize evil and then refute that evil. And to combat evil with evil. And then to win. All that makes us no different from our enemies. And we'll have to take our own lives by that logic. But Dr. Ray, if you know me, then you would know that there's always a certain thing that needs to be done by someone. But these are definitely not reasonable and fair behaviors, and certainly not something that you just carry out and claim to have the moral high ground of. No matter the motives, we have to remember that what we're doing is doing harm. Right. All the stuff you just said go way beyond my doctor's responsibility. Yes. And that's why I'm not looking forward to getting your approval on anything that I do. Convincing you of anything is Amaya's job, and not mine. And that's because I've done a lot of things that should be left unknown, should never again be attempted by anyone, and should not ever be forgiven. Yet, in the foreseeable future, there are a lot of decisions lying ahead of you as well. Yes, you, and not me. A lot of people still have high hopes for you. Me, not so much. Wow! My excuses will always just be an excuse, of course. Your actions will always be your actions. I hope to see you offer a world a chance to change. Just like many kind-hearted people before you did. We see you. But is it really okay to just let the Ursus get their hands on this type of machine again? If they're truly able to reactivate it, I'm now willing to believe that it will only be reactivated by someone who's kind in nature. I'm willing to believe that the future is in the hand of those who seek to truly change this world. But what if something else is going to reactivate it? What if the bad guy's going to get it first? What if everything starts heading towards the worst possible scenario? Yeah, what then? Well, ironically, with how bad of a place this world is, we definitely aren't on the good side. If that is how things actually turn out, then it doesn't matter how much work we put in and how many catastrophes we have stopped. That kind of future is just inevitable. It isn't realistic to expect that mortality and evil can be defeated easily. Wait, immorality, I mean. If what you want is to instead destroy civilization in an instant and to live a life tormented by pain, that's definitely doable, and you should think about it as well. At any rate, right now there's still something that we have to do. And that's it. And what is that? Ah, right. I guess we still need to clean up this place. The dust particles are everywhere. The disinfection is almost complete. After that, once we have our tracks here taken care of, Ursus won't have anything on us. Let's go back. Amaya is up right now. Right. Though I suppose that things aren't really looking too bad over there. The whole Chernobyl incident will already be over by the time that we make it to the command tower. We're basically just heading there in order to regroup with our other employees. But that's nice. As for what happens here, everything that has happened here, I will try my best to end this journey of suffering, just like what you wanted me to do earlier. That's right, Doctor. There are certain things that only you can decide.